Hello traders, hello everyone, my name is Gregor and welcome to our new episode of Surfing the Elliott Waves, where I'll look at some of the most interesting developments for this week. This video has been brought to you by Orbex. I will look at the Euro, Cable, Aussie, Gold and the S&P 500. Now firstly on the Euro dollar, we've been bullish and we are still tracking these bullish developments, especially when looking at the second wave count, where we are seeing that price is now actually accelerating after it breached this trend line resistance. So I am on the bullish side here, but also with one eye I'm tracking this first count, where could be valid still if we fail at this trend line, broken trend line here back in March, that could act as a temporary resistance. So we will see how this will unfold. But overall, I just think that if stocks will continue higher, commodities are very strong, the dollar is going to see more weakness. And this, of course, could also be very supportive for the euro. If we suddenly see some kind of a drop, let's say in the middle of this week or towards the end of the week, then I would be looking for this potential flat formation here, where I'm tracking this ABC structure, currently wave B, then can be moving into some kind of a resistance, but I'm just very well aware of potential wave 3 to the upside, especially if this upper parallel trend line of this current channel will be broken here around 1.2250 to 260. We will see a daily close today. If will be above that level, then I think that more upside could be coming, and of course in such case I would be looking for a five-wave rally rather than only a three-wave movement for a wave B. But overall, I think that even if we see a drop here 1.1980 or 90 around there, or 1.2 level, will be very important support, because it already proved to be very important support a few times in the past. Firstly was a resistance here, then we switched to bullish side and it was retested here. So if once again we come to the downside, I'll be looking for the same for the same scenario. Now let's take a look also on cable. Now I have been bullish on cable and I'm still looking higher. As you know, last time we talked about this wave 4 that could be finished, and so far we have seen a very nice break above very important 1.4 level. I also highlighted this level. It's a psychological level which was broken decisively here back in last week, and then what was really interesting is a sharp pullback exactly back to this point, and then as you can see market is now reversing again back to the upside. So this reversal, this bounce, is just another confirmation that bulls are going to stay here and that probably we are already in wave 5, which should be structured by 5 waves. So I'm looking for 5-wave structures away from this triangle formation. So that was your wave 1, wave 2, and you could be now in the middle of wave 3. So more upside here could be in the cards. Now ideal upside projection for a wave 5 is right there, where I'm looking for a triangle measurement. So I took the distance of a widest leg of wave A and measured it from a breakout point. So cable definitely stays bullish here, and I think we should continue to observe the bullish trend as long as we are trading above this 50 period moving average. Now let's take a look also on Aussie dollar. Now Aussie dollar is higher today despite the fact that RBI said that they will stay on hold with rates until 2024, but still Aussie is higher today. So this really tells you where the risk that we are in risk on sentiment, and the dollar is very bearish. So in my assumption, I think that sooner or later Aussie will join these risk on cycles. In fact, we are seeing consolidation here on a daily chart. That was your wave 1, wave 2, nice wave 3, and now wave 4, which could be maybe a triangle if we will see even more sideways price action. Also, the most important thing is that the first drop here was made by 3 waves from a new high, not in 5 waves, in 3 waves. So either that was a completed correction, I could label wave 4 and here, or it's part of a complex correction, maybe a flat, maybe a triangle. So in both cases, what is important that always when you see a very strong uptrend, like here away from last year lows, and you have only 3 wave setback, well, it means that that's a pause within uptrend. So in my opinion, more upside here could be coming after this wave 4. which can be a triangle or maybe even a dip, like a flat or maybe even double zigzag, if we can take price back to these April levels. But as I said, this is still only a consolidation on the way up, but maybe not finished yet. I'm observing a triangle here as primary wave count, so that could be wave A, B, maybe now we are in wave C, so watch out for waves D and E. And if we'll be able to recognize these 5 subwaves, then of course I think that more opportunities could be coming here on the upside. Now let's take a look also on gold. Now gold is also very supportive for Aussie. Of course, they are not always in positive correlation, but if gold will continue to see more upside, which I think it's possible, then sooner or later maybe Aussie will also shift higher. Now looking at the daily chart here, I've been tracking this for a while, a complex correction, and been looking for this trendline support where we have seen a very nice bounce, and it looks like that this bounce also came away from these last March levels from last year, where actually when this COVID crisis started, and we reversed to these levels, and you can see that it was a perfect bounce away from that support zone. In fact, it was also a trendline support of this downward corrective channel. Plus you have this second zigzag equal to the first zigzag right in this area. So it was a very strong and very important do-die zone down there. But because we are turning higher now and even trying to break this trendline resistance, I think that more upside could be in the cards. Looking also at the 4-hour chart here, well, looks like this could be a 5-wave movement underway. We recently just reached a new high. I was looking for a push to a new high here with our followers for wave 5, and looks like that more upside here could be coming after wave 4 pullback. Now the support in such case, the very important one, could be at 1845. Normally price of a wave 4 will retrace back to the area of a former wave 4, which is here, okay? But because wave 5 was quite extended compared to wave 3, that's why I think that already very important support could be seen at 1845 at the starting point rather than ending point of a wave 4. Okay, but trend is very clear here. It's bullish, and I think we should stick with this plan as long as we are holding this trend line support. And now let's take a look also on the S&P 500. Now the S&P 500 is very bullish. You can see here on a monthly chart we are tracking wave 5, which represents some kind of a mania cycle because we are moving out of this bullish channel. So of course this may not end well at the end, but still you need to have completed substructures or pattern before we may say that this trend is over. For now that's not the case yet. I'm looking at the daily chart here and seeing very nice wave 1, wave 2, nice 5 subwaves for wave 3. So this makes an extended lag right into our fib zone that we've been tracking. And so far this first reversal that we have seen this month could be part of a wave 4. So I would not be looking for any decisive break to a new all-time high. Maybe we could retest the highs, but still as a part of irregular correction if we consider that we could be in the middle of this 4th wave. Why in the middle of a 4th wave? Because I'm looking at this wave 2 of the same degree, which was sharp and clearly in 3 waves. So maybe wave 4 will be a little bit of more complex and maybe even longer in time. Always you should also consider rule of alternation. So if wave 2 is more complex, wave 4 can be simple, or vice versa. So I still think that we could be in the middle of this wave 4, but in the near term, yes, there is room for more upside, because looking at the 4-hour chart, let's assume that that's maybe a flat correction. You are now still in the middle of this red wave B cycle, which could see more upside after any intraday setback. Very nice support when I'm looking at the intraday chart is around here at 41.40 area. Okay, traders, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and again I will talk to you next week. Bye.